Some stars of a popular auction show took a break at Kiali and never returned to your screens. What really happened to them?
From unexpected deaths to personal battles that played out in the public eye, the Storage Wars family has endured more than their share of hardship. While the show introduced viewers to the world of abandoned storage units and the thrill of striking gold among forgotten belongings, the lives of these reality TV personalities were marked by real struggles and shocking tragedies that left fans devastated. What are some of these heartbreaking tragedies? Join us as we unveil 10 Storage Wars members' deaths and tragedies that shocked everyone. Number 10. Mark Balelo's devastating death. Perhaps the most shocking tragedy to strike the Storage Wars family was the suicide of Mark Balelo in 2013. Known as Rico Suave on the show, Balelo was a successful businessman who owned the Balelo Incorporated auction house in Simi Valley, California. His flamboyant personality and aggressive bidding style made him a memorable presence during his appearances on the show. In January 2013, Balelo was arrested on drug-related charges after police discovered methamphetamine at his auction house. Just 2 days after posting bail, the 40-year-old was found dead in his car in the parking lot of a car dealership, having asphyxiated himself with carbon monoxide poisoning. The news sent shockwaves through the Storage Wars community and devastated his family, friends, and fans. Behind his confident on-screen persona was someone battling addiction and legal troubles. His sister Laura recalled that he was a devoted father and businessman who had been struggling with substance abuse issues. Unfortunately, Mark Balelo's death was only the beginning of the heartbreak that would touch the Storage Wars family. The next tragedy is equally as shocking. Number 9. Daryl Sheets' health crises. For years, rumors have circulated online claiming that Daryl Sheets, one of Storage Wars' most recognizable and outspoken stars, died suddenly in 2019. The shocking headlines spread fast, alarming fans who believed they had lost the larger-than-life auction hunter for good. But the truth is far less tragic and far more misunderstood. Daryl Sheets is alive, and the story behind the rumors traces back to a serious medical emergency, not his death. The confusion began in 2019 when Sheets suffered a major heart attack that required immediate hospitalization. The incident was severe enough to spark concern, but he survived after receiving prompt medical treatment. Unfortunately, vague reporting and misleading online posts blurred the facts, with some sources loosely referring to a Storage Wars guy experiencing a health crisis. Without clear identification, many readers jumped to the conclusion that Sheets had passed away. Adding to the misunderstanding, other individuals who share the name Daryl Sheets have died over the years, creating further confusion in search results and social media discussions. These unrelated deaths were sometimes mistakenly linked to the reality television personality, allowing the false narrative to gain traction. The actual health scare occurred while Sheets was attending a concert. He began experiencing symptoms that were later confirmed to be signs of a heart attack. The situation was serious and required hospitalization, but it was not fatal. The event became a turning point in his life, forcing him to reevaluate his health and make significant lifestyle changes. Following his recovery, Sheets focused on improving his overall well-being. He adopted healthier habits and became more conscious of his physical condition, acknowledging that the heart attack was a wake-up call. Since then, he has continued to appear publicly and engage with fans, further disproving the death rumors. In reality, Daryl Sheets did not die in 2019. He survived a frightening health crisis that was misreported and misunderstood. The persistence of the rumor highlights how easily misinformation can spread, especially when it involves a well-known television personality. Let's move on to the next Storage Wars tragedy. Number 8. Dave Hester's health battles and legal wars. Dave Hester, famous for his catchphrase, "Yoop," was one of the most controversial figures on Storage Wars. Beyond his on-screen persona as an aggressive bidder and villain of the show, Hester faced serious health challenges that threatened his life. In 2012, he was hospitalized and underwent surgery after discovering he had a potentially life-threatening condition. But Hester's troubles extended beyond physical health. In 2012, he filed a lawsuit against A&E and the show's production company, alleging that the show was staged and that items were planted in storage units. The lawsuit was eventually dismissed, but it created a rift between Hester and the rest of the cast that played out publicly and added stress to an already difficult situation. The legal battle, combined with his health issues, took a significant toll on Hester. While he eventually returned to the show, the experience revealed the darker side of reality television, where contracts, producers, and network interests can clash with cast members' personal well-being. Hester's willingness to blow the whistle on production practices, even at great personal and professional cost, showed courage, but also resulted in isolation from his castmates. Dave may not be especially active on social media, but he has still managed to build a loyal following of a few thousand fans on Instagram. When he does post, his content is usually lighthearted and food-focused. Dave clearly enjoys sharing his dining experiences, often reviewing different meals and treats. In January 2025, he uploaded a video of himself trying Dungeness crab at San Francisco's Fisherman's Wharf. Sitting outdoors and smiling broadly, he appeared relaxed and genuinely happy as he enjoyed the seafood. Other posts hint at his sweet tooth as well, showing that Dave likes to celebrate special occasions with desserts. A few years back, he marked National Donut Day by indulging in an entire box of donuts. Outside of social media, Dave remains deeply committed to his professional life. His main focus is Dave Hester Auctions, a business he founded in Southern California near Orange County. The company handles a wide range of auctions, including estate sales, business liquidations, government seizures, and storage unit auctions. As a state-licensed auctioneer with decades of experience, Dave has firmly established himself in the industry. Although he closed his former business, Newport Consignment Gallery, in 2011, his current venture has continued to grow steadily over the past decade. Speaking of legal troubles and personal struggles, one cast member's journey would take an even darker turn. Number 7. Jarrod Schultz and Brandi Passante's devastating breakup. Jarrod Schultz and Brandi Passante were the couple everyone loved to watch on Storage Wars. They ran the Now and Then secondhand store in Orange, California, and their relationship dynamic, marked by Brandi's sharp wit and Jarrod's sometimes impulsive decisions, made them fan favorites. They appeared together from the show's premiere through 2018, building what seemed like a solid partnership both personally and professionally. However, behind the cameras, their relationship was deteriorating. The couple, who had been together for nearly 2 decades and shared 2 children, separated in 2018. The split became public in 2020, and what followed shocked fans even more. In 2021, Jarrod was arrested for allegedly pushing Brandi during an altercation at a bar where she was filming a Storage Wars scene. The incident resulted in a misdemeanor domestic violence charge. The tragedy here wasn't just the end of a long-term relationship that fans had invested in. It was the revelation that domestic violence had allegedly occurred. Brandi spoke publicly about the trauma of the incident and obtained a restraining order against her former partner. The situation highlighted how even relationships that seem solid on television can hide serious dysfunction and abuse. Since their highly publicized split, both Brandi Passante and Jarrod Schultz have moved on in very different directions, personally and professionally. As of late 2023 and continuing into 2025, Brandi Passante has been in a relationship with Clifford Beaver. She has openly shared photos of the two together, and their interactions suggest a supportive, healthy, and genuinely happy partnership. Something many fans have noted is a clear contrast to her turbulent past relationship. In early 2025, rumors began circulating that Brandi and Clifford may be planning to take the next step, with speculation about a possible engagement or marriage, though nothing has been officially confirmed. Jarrod Schultz has also moved forward romantically. After the breakup, he was reportedly linked to a woman named Rochelle Beckman. The two were seen together in photos, sparking talk of a new relationship, although Jarrod has generally kept his personal life more private in recent years compared to his time on reality television. Professionally, Brandi remains closely connected to the franchise that made her a household name. She continues to appear on Storage Wars in Season 15 and beyond, maintaining her strong presence on the show. Expanding beyond television, Brandi launched a podcast in July 2025 titled The Real Reality, where she opens up about life in the spotlight, personal growth, and the realities of fame. She has also been focused on raising her two children, Cameron and Peyton, embracing life as a single mother while balancing work and family. Meanwhile, Jarrod has shifted his attention toward entrepreneurship. He currently owns and operates Rush Bar and Grill in Lake Forest, California, marking a move into the hospitality industry. In addition, he is reportedly involved in managing a clothing brand, further diversifying his business ventures. While their paths have clearly diverged, both Brandi and Jarrod appear committed to building new chapters beyond their shared past. But personal tragedies weren't the only challenges facing the Storage Wars cast. Number 6. Barry Weiss's near-fatal motorcycle accident. Barry Weiss, known as the Collector, was arguably the most beloved personality on Storage Wars. His eccentric style, vast wealth, and genuine passion for unique items made him a fan favorite. Unlike other cast members who relied on storage auctions for income, Barry participated purely for the thrill of the hunt and the joy of discovery. His departure from the show after Season 4 left a void that fans felt deeply. In 2019, tragedy nearly struck when Barry was involved in a serious motorcycle accident in Los Feliz, California. According to reports, a car pulled out in front of him, causing a collision that left him with significant injuries. The 70-year-old suffered chest injuries and underwent surgery, spending time in the ICU. Given his age, fans feared the worst. Fortunately, Barry survived and recovered, but the accident served as a frightening reminder of his mortality. His friend and fellow cast member, who visited him in the hospital, reported that Barry maintained his sense of humor even while injured, joking with medical staff. The incident prompted an outpouring of support from fans who had missed seeing him on television. Barry Weiss endured a serious setback following a major accident that left him with injuries to his chest and legs. The impact was severe enough to require a 2-month hospital stay, during which he underwent multiple surgeries. His long recovery kept him out of the public eye for a while and raised concerns among fans about his health and future on television. Weiss originally rose to fame as one of the standout personalities on Storage Wars, appearing from Seasons 1 through 4. In 2013, he made the decision to step away from the show at the height of its popularity. The following year, he returned to television with a short-lived spin-off series, Barry's Treasure, which ran for 1 season and followed his offbeat adventures searching for unique collectibles. In a video interview shared in 2017, Weiss explained his departure from Storage Wars, saying he had had enough and preferred to leave while the show was still successful. He jokingly added that he was happy to return to life as a world-class slacker, embracing a more relaxed lifestyle away from the pressures of reality TV. Despite stepping back, Weiss eventually made a comeback. He returned to Storage Wars for Season 14 in 2021 and 2022, and later appeared again in Season 15 in 2023. However, he has not been part of Season 16, which premiered in 2025. At this time, it remains uncertain whether Barry Weiss will return in future episodes of the series. Barry's brush with death reminded everyone that reality TV stars are real people who face real dangers, and sometimes those dangers come from the most unexpected sources. Number 5. The death of cast member Lena Gunter, Nezoda's father. Gunter Nezoda and his wife, Lena, joined Storage Wars in later seasons, bringing a fresh dynamic to the show. The German-born couple ran a thrift store called Bargain Hunter's Thrift Store in San Diego and quickly became popular with fans for their chemistry and business acumen. However, their lives weren't without tragedy. Gunter's father passed away, a loss that deeply affected him and was occasionally referenced on the show. Losing a parent is never easy, but doing so while maintaining a public persona and filming schedule added another layer of complexity to the grieving process. The couple has been relatively private about family tragedies, but Gunter has spoken about how his father inspired his entrepreneurial spirit and work ethic. But grief and loss aren't the only challenges that have tested the Storage Wars family. Number 4. Ivy Calvin's personal struggles and family challenges. Ivy Calvin, known as the King of Palmdale, joined Storage Wars, bringing his competitive spirit and eye for valuable items. A former mixed martial arts fighter turned storage hunter, Ivy brought intensity to every auction. However, his life outside the show has been marked by challenges that tested him in ways fighting never did. While specific details of Ivy's personal struggles have been kept relatively private, he has faced the challenges many reality TV personalities encounter. Maintaining privacy while living a public life, dealing with the pressures of fame, and balancing television commitments with family responsibilities. Ivy and his wife have been open about the difficulties of raising children, while both parents maintain demanding careers. The strain of reality television on family life is a tragedy in itself, not always dramatic or sudden, but rather the slow erosion of privacy and normalcy that comes with being on a popular show. For Ivy and others, finding balance between their television personas and their real lives has been an ongoing challenge. But some cast members face challenges that went beyond fame and family pressures. Number 3. Renee Nezoda's battle with COVID-19. Renee Nezoda, Gunter's cousin, has also been a presence on Storage Wars alongside his wife Casey. The couple runs their own thrift business and brings a competitive edge to the show. In 2021, during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, Renee and Casey both contracted the virus, an experience that was frightening for them and concerning for fans. While both eventually recovered, their experience highlighted the very real danger the pandemic posed to everyone, including reality TV personalities. The virus didn't discriminate based on fame or profession, and watching cast members struggle with COVID-19 brought the pandemic's impact home for many viewers who had followed these personalities for years. The pandemic created tragedies large and small across the world, and the Storage Wars family wasn't immune. Production schedules were disrupted, auctions were canceled, and the cast had to navigate the same uncertainties everyone else faced, all while maintaining their businesses and television commitments. Beyond individual health crises, the show itself faced challenges that changed its nature forever. Number 2. The original cast exodus and show's decline. While not a death in the traditional sense, Storage Wars experienced what many fans considered the death of what made the show special, the departure of most of its original cast members. Over the years, Dan and Laura Dotson remained the show's auctioneers, but nearly every other original personality left at various points. Barry Weiss left after Season 4 to pursue spin-offs. Dave Hester was fired after his lawsuit, though he later returned. Daryl Sheets left due to health concerns and production-related disputes. Jarrod and Brandi's relationship collapse ended their joint appearances. By the later seasons, the show felt dramatically different from its early days. This exodus represented a tragedy for fans who had invested years in these personalities. The chemistry that made early seasons compelling was gone, replaced by new cast members who, while entertaining, couldn't recapture the magic of the original lineup. Ratings declined, and many longtime viewers stopped watching, mourning the loss of the show they had loved. But perhaps the most persistent tragedy affecting the entire cast has been largely invisible to viewers. Number 1. The mental health toll of reality TV fame. While not specific to one person, perhaps the most pervasive tragedy affecting Storage Wars cast members has been the mental health impact of reality television fame. Multiple cast members have spoken about or demonstrated the psychological toll of living life in the public eye, dealing with network pressure, navigating fan expectations, and struggling with the disconnect between their on-screen personas and their private realities. Reality TV creates a unique psychological burden. Unlike scripted actors who play characters, reality TV personalities are supposedly playing themselves, but they're playing heightened, edited, dramatized versions of themselves. This creates an identity crisis where the line between authentic self and television persona blurs. Add in social media, where cast members face constant judgment and commentary from strangers, and the mental health impact becomes severe. Several Storage Wars cast members have discussed feeling pressure to maintain certain behaviors or personas to stay on the show. Others have mentioned struggling with the loss of privacy or dealing with harassment from fans who can't separate the person from the personality. The financial pressure is real too. Many cast members built businesses on the fame Storage Wars brought them, meaning their livelihoods became dependent on maintaining that fame. Which of these tragedies shocked you the most? And which cast members quietly disappeared from the spotlight without their exits being marked by loss or tragedy? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more. Also, click the next video showing on your screen. You will enjoy it.